$112,000 more in this hypothetical example. Granted, this is a hypothetical example, ladies and gentlemen, but I want it. Now, this is based on 10% made a sale, 10% made a sale, and only 10% of those sales came from level one. So I'm not exaggerating numbers. And by the way, I put a smaller percentage on your team infinity overrides. Okay, so just want to give you guys an example of why we team build, right? Here's how it goes first. First, your personal sales are your active income, and that's where the biggest money comes. Then you become a mentor. Now your mentor sales make you more money than your personal sales because you're able to close more. They're 50% commissions, but you're able to close more. Those of you guys that are mentors, you guys have experienced it, right? All of a sudden, you know, I know David Rendon just got through selling a deal. In less than a week, he's already had 2 deals sold. That's a career high for him. In like a 4-day period, he's got 2 deals sold. One of them a mentor deal, another one a personal deal. He's less than a year experience in solar. This week, he's at about what, 10,000 in commissions over the last 5 days. Is it worth it? 1 year experience, but he's been serious about the business. Okay. Here's what happens though. First, your personal sales are the biggest earning. Then your mentor sales are the biggest earning, but then the team overrides start to kick in and you cannot even sell enough to pass your team overrides. You just won't do it. You just can't even get there. Impossible. How many of you guys, by a show of hands, or put a number 5 in the chat, would love to have that problem? If you would love to have the problem of, no matter how many sales I make, I cannot even pass my overrides. That's a good problem to have, right? So here we go. A top builder. This is what you want to focus on if you want to be a solar pro. Okay, if you want to be a team builder. MMA activities, that stands for money making activities. People ask me, JC, in a nutshell, what do you do? Here's what I do. I recruit, I sell, and I train to recruit and sell. In a nutshell, I focus. We're going to talk about recruiting. I'm going to give you scripts. I'm going to tell you who to go after. I'm going to get there. But you have to understand why and the philosophies behind it. And notice that it says in that order. I recruit, then number 2, I sell, and then I train people to recruit and sell. Okay? Recruiting should be the number 1 answer to 95% of your problems in this business. Recruiting, this is coming from the top. You know, I'm doing very good with our company here. Got a lot of frontline recruits. Got a lot of sales. I closed 2 sales in the last week. I'm not really trying to make that many sales. Like 9 out of 10 of my leads I give to other mentors. Okay? I'm telling you, I became the number 1 sales rep out of a company of 7,000 people because I was the number 1 team builder and the number 1 recruiter. I recruited more than other people. Therefore, I got better leads, more laid down leads, and that equaled more sales. Okay. So if people are quitting, recruiting is the answer. If people are quitting, you got to recruit more. Not enough leads, not enough excitement, not enough money, not enough meetings. Okay, great. You got to recruit some more people. That is the answer to this business. So here's the deal. I just wanted to share those couple slides. Now I'm going to go into the recruiting mastery slides. So let me go ahead and go to the proper slide. Okay, here we go. Share my screen now. So let's go through some recruiters. Okay. First and foremost, when it comes to recruiting, you want to write this down and you want to ingrain this in your brain. Amateurs convince, professionals sort. Amateurs try to convince somebody of how great the opportunity is. Professionals sort. Not interested? Great. You know why? Because professionals know what a big opportunity they have. Professionals know. Whether you're a part of this company or any company, professionals know this. And professionals believe, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that they got the most amazing opportunity ever. But you know what helps a belief? The action you take, the trainings you attend, being around the bonfire. You're in the groups. You're engaged. You're following the system. That builds up your belief. But here's the thing. What if you just get started and you never watched a 7-minute welcome video? You never went through certification, faster training, you didn't apply it. I guarantee you, your belief is not going to be where other people's belief will be. Most people want more money and more time, but they're not willing to invest money and time. Isn't that interesting? You've got to invest money and time in order to get back more money and more time. So amateurs convince professionals sort. Professionals have the 4 aces philosophy. There's a deck of cards, and there's 4 aces in a deck of cards. I used to be a poker player. I was pretty decent. 4 aces in a deck of cards. An amateur will go slowly, first and foremost, through. Anybody ever heard the term success loves speed? Yes, success loves speed. Professionals know that success loves speed. So guess what professionals do? Professionals go through the deck of cards fast. They go, not an ace, 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 unemotional. So when they're prospecting somebody, let's say I meet Dayan at a Starbucks, and you see Dayan, he's got his shirt and tie. He's I think just about every time I've seen him, he's dressed sharp. I try to strike a conversation with him. Why? Because I'm a professional. And I'm going to pitch him in a smooth, subtle way, because I always have my recruiter's hat on. I always have my recruiter's hat on. So I'm going to pitch him. So let's say, for example, I start a conversation with Dayan, and I say, hey, how you doing, man? By the way, I just want to let you know, brother, you're the sharpest guy I've seen all day, man. And I'm going to smile. You got to be charismatic. By the way, I'm going to do a training on how to be more charismatic. How many guys would like to learn how to be more charismatic by a show of hands? You know that you could train to be charismatic? Don't for a second think that you're either born charismatic or you're not. That's not true. Anybody can learn to be more charismatic. And trust me when I tell you, charismatic people have an easier time through life. You should learn and practice what it takes to be more charismatic. So let's say I tell him that and he says, oh, thank you. I pay him a genuine compliment. Thank you. I say, hey, by the way, I got to ask, man, what do you do, bro? Because you look like you're some kind of business guy. You own a business around town or something. You look like an important person. Does that make sense? At that point, you might say to me, oh, here's what I do. I'm in real estate or whatever the case may be. Hey, no problem. Listen, it was a pleasure to meet you. I've got to run. But real quick before I leave, this might be a shot in the dark, Dayan, but let me ask you something. My company is expanding in the area, and we're looking for sharp people like you all the time. By any chance, do you keep your income options open? By any chance, this might be a shot in the dark. Do you keep your income options open? Or I can make it longer. By any chance, do you keep your income options open to side projects if the money's attractive enough and it didn't interfere with whatever you've got going on? See, you can make it more complicated if you want. But my point is this, as a professional, here's my philosophy. Tell me yes or tell me no. But tell me fast because I got to go. Tell me yes, tell me no. But tell me fast because I got to go. An amateur will call Warmark and say, hey, man, yeah, and the Warmark is telling them, no, I'm not into that. I don't believe in that solar stuff. I don't believe in that direct sales. My grandma tried Amway in the 80s and it didn't work for her, so it's not for me. And you're trying to convince a negative person because an amateur tries to convince. A professional is looking for the lookers. That's a golden nugget, by the way. A professional is looking for the lookers. A professional knows there's 4 aces in a deck of cards. And my job is to find those 4 aces. And the name of the game is speed. Let me expose people. My job is to find out, pique your interest. And if you're interested, share with you the information with the proper tools that are duplicatable, that say the same thing over and over. That can be a video. It could be a live recorded webinar. It could be a live event, right? That's my job, is to do that, right? And by doing that, okay, you're either going to be interested or you're not going to be interested. So amateurs convince and professionals sort, okay? So recruiting should be where a dud can recruit a stud, 100 levels down in your organization and 1,000 miles away. Only a duplicatable system can do this. We're going to talk about that duplicatable system because it isn't about going to somebody and throwing up all of the information. Hey, Idris, let me tell you all about this company. It's a solar company. You pay $49 or $99 a month, and you get to learn how to be an entrepreneur. You get a credit repair software. It pays you to unlimited levels once you get to a certain rank. And it's just crazy where there's a modern day gold rush. I'm throwing up on him. That's what a rookie does. You need to learn a couple of basic scripts. Less is more. Your job is to pique their interest. Think of this when you're prospecting somebody. You want to be like 007. Cool, calm, and collected. He likes his martini shaken, not stirred. How would 007 prospect somebody? Would he throw up all the information and be so eager to recruit him? No. 007, 007 male or female, doesn't matter, would be smoother about it. Guess what helps you get smoother? Getting trained, getting around people that are smooth, getting around people that are good. Guess what makes you confident? Being around confident people, being at the event. You got to be more so. I guarantee you. Here's one of my original quotes that I love. That it came to me one day. I was doing a training at a virtual training for my last company, and I said, "I sell more than you because I am more sold than you." Think of those words. I sell more than you sell because I am more sold than you are. I am more sold on this opportunity, on this industry, on the timing, on the crusade. Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it. We have a crusade here. We could sell people solar. We got our friends that are on here from Houston, Texas. Our friends in Houston, Texas, my prayers are with them till this day. What they went through, about a week ago was horrific. They know firsthand the power of having a solar system with a backup battery. We literally have a business and a product that could save lives. We don't have the latest lotion and potion. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of good products in the direct sales industry. But we're not saying, hey, nothing against those products, right? But it's different. We have a home security system that could save a life. Okay? We have other products coming down the pipe that can actually save lives as well in the long run. So this is a crusade. The industry is changing. We're disrupting the solar industry. We're disrupting the network marketing industry, high ticket sales. People are looking. You all have people in your phone book, inside your cell phone, contacts of yours that tonight will be going to sleep tonight praying for an opportunity to get out of debt, for an opportunity for a better life. All of us have people like that in our phone book. The question, how many of us are going to find them? I'm telling you, this is a crusade. So let's keep going. Winners. Would you follow you? Winners attract winners. So would you follow you? Would you work with you? Would you buy from you? If you want to recruit more people, you've got to become more attractive. And I'm not talking about physical attraction. I'm talking about more attractive to meaning, why would somebody want to work with you? I remember me 15, 20 years ago, let's say, when I was 21. I wasn't the most disciplined with my business. I was disciplined in the gym. I wasn't disciplined with my business. I wasn't serious about my business. I wasn't sold out. I wasn't consistent. That's who I attracted. Not even those people that I attract. You have to become the person. Write this down. Be, do, have. I want you to write them down. For those of you guys taking notes, and you should all be taking notes, by the way. Be, B-E, right? Be, do, and have. Most people, and you'll hear me say this a lot because this is one of the most basic personal development principles, and it's one of the most powerful. Be, do, have. People have it backwards. The world has it backwards. People want to have, then they'll do and be a certain way. They'll say, JC, Brenda, Tony, if I had what you have, the income you have, if I had the confidence you had, if I had this that you have, I would certainly do the thing. I'd be on the meetings every day. I'd be on the trainings every day. I'd be on early. I'd leave late. I'd write, I take notes. Well, here's the deal. In this universe, that's not how it works for anything. You've got to first be the person. So imagine the individual, the version of you in the future, whether that's 12 months out or 3 years out or 5 years out or whatever the case is, that is already making that 100 grand, 250,000, 500,000, or $1 million a year or more. I believe we will have people within 5 years making $1 million a month with this comp plan, $1 million a month in 5 years or less. So imagine that version of you. Ask yourself this question. How would that person show up? How many people would that person call from their team to get on the training? Because here's the thing. See, we're not just talking about recruiting. We're talking about team building. You got to imagine this in team building. This is such an incredible principle. You've got to imagine everybody on your team or any other team has an invisible expiration date on their forehead. Your job as a leader and our job as a company, but especially it comes down to the leadership, your job is to extend that expiration date. Let's say my expiration date, July 30th. I'm gone. But during that time, your work, you do the game plan with me. You help me make some phone calls. You coach me, make sure I go through the fast start training, making sure I get on the call. Hey, are you on the call? Oh, no, I forgot about it. Well, get on, bro. It's happening right now. Oh, but it already started. Doesn't matter. It's not too late. Trust me. Get on, bro. I'll see you on there. I'm going to look for you. Do you guys see the difference? How many people are doing that? Man, I'm telling you what it takes to win. To some people, some people don't like my style because I'm too aggressive. But I don't care because I'm going to tell you what it takes to win. I'm not going to tickle your ear. I'm going to tell you what it takes to win. And one day, you're going to be grateful. Like, dude, I'm glad you really told me how it is and not how I wish it was. So how many people are doing that? So let's say, for example, you do that with me. Get on the call. I get on the call. We do the game plan. Hey, have you gone through the steps so we can do the game plan? Not yet. By when will you do it, bro? I want to hold you accountable because you told me you want to send your kids to private school. You told me you want to do this. You told me you want to do that. Is that worth you getting that done this week? That's what you should do as leader. See, recruiting is one thing. Getting them in is one thing. Keeping them in and getting them to get results is another. Right? So now you do the game plan. Let's say we schedule a couple of appointments, a sales close. All of a sudden, my expiration of July 30th is no longer July 30th. Are you guys following me? Because as a leader, you just extended my expiration date. You extended my expiration date because you took those extra steps. Successful people are willing to do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Unsuccessful builders, team builders, are not willing to take that extra step, are not willing to make that extra call, that extra follow-up call, that extra call to their team, that extra getting them on the phone. By the way, write me in the chat if you actually send the text that I told you to send out to some team members. JC said to get on this call. I would like to see if anybody got some people on here or actually sent that text. So you've got to become the person. Now, when you become the person, here's what happens in the subconscious mind. You start to believe that you deserve success. Magic happens when you start to believe that you are worthy of success. Your posture changes. Your energy changes. When you start to talk to people and you've had that personal development and you're getting on the trainings and you're applying what's on the trainings, one day you will say, yo, I'm not the same person I used to be. That's such a trip. It's so crazy. Just 6 months ago, a year ago, the person I am today, I am a different person than I was a year ago. My confidence is higher. My belief is higher. My conviction is bigger. My belief, before I didn't believe that I could earn 100,000 or $250,000 a year or more. I actually believe that I can and I will and that I deserve it. When you start to get to that point, ladies and gentlemen, things start to move for you. People start to follow. People start to feel your energy. We're like, yo, In the beginning, people will say, yo, David, you really think you're going to make $250,000 in solar, bro? To this, here's what happens. Yo, David, you really do think, huh? That you're going to make $250,000 this year, don't you? Oh, shoot. Because they see the energy is different. They see that you've grown. They see that you're not the same person. And I guarantee you, that's what I'm talking about, becoming more attractive. I'm telling you, man, it's the personal development makes you more attractive because your confidence and all these things that I talked about go up. It becomes easier to recruit people. I'm telling you, man. Because here's the thing I'm going to tell you. The how-tos are not the most important thing. JC, just tell me the how-to. What do I do and what do I say? If that's all I taught you, you wouldn't be successful. The mindset comes first. You got to become the mindset. You got to be, do, have. Imagine that person making that $1 million a year or $250,000 a year, whatever the number is. You got to be that person now. If you actually adopt being that person, you will do what that person does because you are that person. You are that person. You will perform how you believe yourself to be. So you got to be, then you'll do, and then the have comes naturally. Be, do, have. So this is something I call mentor builder. For those of you guys mentors and those of you guys aspiring to be mentored, 4 serious team builders. Here's what you want to strive for. Mentor builder. And soon we're going to have a mentor builder recognition. And we're going to have a players club recognition. It's going to be like I'm players club qualified this month. I'm 5 months players club qualified because comp plan drives behavior. So stay tuned for stuff like that that's coming. But a mentor builder is this: 3 sales per month, 3 recruits per month. By the way, the 3 recruits per month could be a combination of affiliates and paid recruits. But one of them, minimum, has to be a paid recruit. 3 sales per month, 3 recruits per month, and 10 sales in the pipeline on the way to install at any given time. You're a mentor builder. I think, Tony, you're already a mentor builder. I'm looking at you right now on the screen. I'm looking at these things. That's Tony all day. Tony's a mentor builder. What if you had on 2, 3, 4 different teams, 2, 3, 4 different mentor builders? Because the comp plan and the system and the culture promotes this. I guarantee you, money won't be an issue for you. Guess what happens for you to duplicate, if you want to duplicate this, you should become that mentor builder. Now, some of you guys are more on the just recruiting side, and that's cool. That's fine, right? If that's what you want to do and that's what you want to focus on, that's fine. But what you want to do is you want to aim for duplicating 1 to 2 people per month. Once you get the ball rolling, your goal is to become core and to duplicate 1 to 2 people to become core as well. Core is somebody following the 8-point system and super committed. We're going to talk more about that. So let's now we're starting to get into the recruiting how-tos. Invite to recruit or recruit to invite. Here's what I mean. Let's say I invite Josh to tomorrow's opportunity presentation. Josh says, I'll be there, and he doesn't show up. I have 2 options. Oh, let's say Thursday. Thursday, I'll be there. Doesn't show up. Oh, man, shucks. Hey, tell you what, Josh, next Tuesday, we have another one. Rookie mistake. That is inviting to recruit. A professional recruits to invite. Here's what I mean. Josh, you couldn't make it? Fair enough, bro. Let's do this, bro. Let's get on Zoom, and I'm going to show you a pre-recorded presentation. I'll be on there. Let's find a schedule on your appointment that's ready, that's available, and I'll find one on my schedule that's available. We'll get on Zoom. I'm going to show you the presentation through a pre-recorded one that we have. Afterwards, I'll get your questions answered, and we'll see if this is a good fit for you. Does that sound fair enough? Or send them a video recorded presentation for them to watch, right? And then recruit them so they can invite their guests next Tuesday. So imagine this. He missed Thursday. You follow up Friday. Thursday, he didn't answer. Thursday night, he didn't answer. Friday, he tells you, I couldn't make it. You're a professional. Your philosophy is, I remember that the VP was talking about invite to recruit or recruit to invite. I'm going to get this guy to watch a pre-recorded presentation. Because you know why? Because I'm that guy. Because I'm that girl. because I'm coachable and I'm not an invite to recruit. I'm a recruit to invite. So yes, I try to get them on the live webinar. Couldn't do it. I'm not going to wait 3-4 days for the next one to come around. 3-4 days. The work could end in 3-4 days. No way, Jose. Right? I'm going to recruit them right now. So I get them to a live presentation, to watch a pre-recorded presentation, but I want to recruit that dude right now. Hey, you know what? Oh, Brenda, your guest couldn't make it. Sounds good. Well, he's local, so why don't we do this? Why don't we schedule to meet him at a Starbucks, at a Panera Bread? Let's buy him a coffee. Let's show him the business. I'll present for you. Let's show him the business, recruit him right then and there, get him to do the fast start training and get him and schedule some people to get on the next webinar. That is the difference between a builder and everybody else, between a professional and an amateur. So invite to recruit or recruit to invite. So TNT, today, not tomorrow. That's a philosophy. One-on-one presentations, group presentations, third-party tools, like the videos. You've got to have a sense of urgency. These are the tools that you use to recruit them, okay? Successful people have a sense of urgency. It's today, not tomorrow. Today, not tomorrow. Hey, when's the next one you have? Oh, here's something. Sometimes people ask me, when's the next one I have, right? I say, listen, you don't want to wait till the next one. What we want to do is we want to show you this information ASAP because you missed it. So why don't we do this? What does your schedule look like the rest of the week, Brenda? What day is best for you between now and Sunday? Saturday. Sounds good. Were you thinking morning or were you thinking afternoon? Notice I give her two options. Let's say I go, okay, it's Thursday. You couldn't make it. No big deal. Let me ask you something, Brenda. What day works best for you? Let's not wait till Tuesday. What day works best for you? Friday or Saturday? Saturday. Great. Were you thinking morning or afternoon? Afternoon. Perfect. I'm thinking 1 or 2. Those are pretty good times for me. How's that sound for you? Yeah, I guess 1 sounds good. Sounds good. What's your email? I'm going to send you a calendar invite, Brenda. I don't wait for things to happen. I make things happen. You got to be relentless. You got to be like a pit bull. But you got to be a 007 pit bull. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be smooth. You got to be cool, calm, and collected. But here's the thing. If I got somebody interested, I need you to see the information and give me a yay or a nay. But you got to see the information and tell me yes or tell me no. But tell me fast because I got to go. Does that make sense? So let's keep going. You got to decide that you are a recruiter, that you are a team builder. And by the way, little disclaimer. There are some people that have this certain feeling towards recruiting. You got to knock that off. You got to knock that off because guess what? Every big university recruits. McDonald's and Starbucks recruit. All big businesses recruit. Every sports team that you ever seen recruits. You got to take away the negative mindset. Every job recruits. You got to take away the amateur mindset if you think that recruiting is a bad thing. So here's what I tell people to do. And yes, that's a great point Angel put in the chat. You want to recruit yourself, meaning you got to decide, I'm all in. That doesn't mean that you're full-time. It means I am committed. I'm going to follow the system for no less than 5 years consistently. Because here's the thing. If you paid $50,000 to $500,000 to open up your own solar brokerage, which that's what it will cost you on a low end, 50 grand for a local one. And that wouldn't even be enough. You got to have the big business mindset. Don't think that this is a $199 business. That would be a big mistake. Okay. So you got to recruit yourself, recruit your spouse, then recruit the world. When I say recruit your spouse, am I saying that you have to physically make sure that they get recruited and they pay and join the business, participate? No. Ideally, that'd be great. That's ideal. But what I mean by recruit is get them to see the information, why you're so excited. So at the very least, you have your spouse's support. And that just makes life a lot easier. Man, if you've been married long enough, you know, happy wife, happy life, right? My wife is happy. The house is happy. So I recruit her. She's happy. She likes a business. She's good to go. Perfect. It makes my job easier, right? So let's keep going. Tap Rudy. When you are recruiting people, you want to make sure I recruit David. I want to dig 3 to 5 levels deep so I can find the Eagles. When you dig 3 to 5 levels deep, you would generally find the runners. Here's a key of team building. Just because you recruited somebody doesn't mean that they're going to stick around. Sometimes people celebrate, oh, I just recruited somebody, and they're like doing victory laps. Let me tell you something. A recruit is not a recruit until that recruit has gone through certification, faster training, and recruited their first person and or made their first sale. I'm going to repeat that. A recruit isn't a fully qualified recruit in my eyes until you got them successfully to go through faster training, certification, and got them their first recruit and or sale. Now you got them locked in. Now you got them bought in. Oh, I'll add one more thing. On their cell phone, there's a calendar. You got to make sure that you put every training on their calendar as a reminder to get on. Oh, but if you don't have it on your calendar, obviously, how can you tell other people to have it on your calendar? So if I recruit David, I want to get in front of David's warm market and recruit a couple folks. And let's say I recruit Alejandra through David. I want to recruit Erica through Alejandra. And I want to recruit Lewis through Erica. I want to dig 5 to 7 levels deep. Here's what happens. Let's say David and Alejandra slack off. But Erica is building. She's recruiting. She's selling. Now I go to David and I go to Alejandra and I say, David, Alejandra, listen, I don't know if you know, but Erica is doing her thing. She's recruiting. She's got some leads in the pipeline. She's about to enter another lead today. She just recruited this guy. One of the girls on her team, Maria, just made a sale. You got a tremendous player happening. And here's the thing. With her and I, she's connected to the system. I'm working with her as if I recruit her. So she's going to go to the top. I recommend that you get your act together because you're going to miss out, man. Now you create what is called sense of urgency, fear of loss. Now all of a sudden these people are like, wait a minute. This person on my team is doing that good. You know why? Because you're a professional. Because you know how to tap root. Let me give you another tip. Most people that you recruit are not going to be your superstars. I'm telling you, man. Most of your frontline recruits will not be the stars. Your stars will almost always come levels deep in your organization. It's just how it works. Your biggest players are going to be people that you don't even know right now. You want to get there faster? Dig 5 to 7 levels deep. Some of you guys are going to have to watch this training multiple times. How many of you guys are getting value from this? Show me some love on the chat if you're getting some value from this. Because when you watch this a second time, as I'm talking, I'm like, man, there's so many dots that are connecting, even for me as I'm talking, right? That when you watch it a second time, it'll click even better. I'll do this training again in 6 months. I guarantee you, if you're out there following the 8 points and you're building your business, I guarantee you, this same training will hit you different 6 months from now. I promise you, because you're growing. You're growing in your business. And let me tell you something, it's exciting. It is very exciting to do that. So dig 5 to 7 levels deep to find the builders. This creates momentum in that specific team. And building depth under key players is key. Once again, to keep them strong in that line. And this creates production, promotions, and payouts, which helps everybody's business. And it also establishes the right winning culture with the skilled players. So let's keep going. Now let's get into the invites. See where we're at on time. Oh, shoot. It's almost 7. That's unbelievable. I thought it was like 6:30. I promise. I just saw the time. I was like, so here's the thing. I'm not going to read every single script. Matter of fact, I'm going to have some of you guys read some of these scripts for me. Okay? Matter of fact, somebody unmute yourself, and I want you to read this. Who wants to help me with that?
I got you, JC.
All right, here we go. Go for it.
Wanted to give you a call and let you know that I just got started in the solar industry, and I'm very excited and this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 10 to 15 years or 15 to 20 years. Letting you know just in case you know of anyone who either has questions about solar or may be interested in going solar. I'd appreciate if you kept me in mind.
I love it. This is the informed script. If anybody ever, thank you, by the way. Who was that read it, by the way?
This is Anthony.
Anthony, thank you very much, Anthony. Here's the deal. If anybody ever feels like, oh, it's because I don't like to bother my friends. I don't like to recruit people. I don't like to do this. I don't like to do that. You have no excuse anymore. You are informing people of what you're doing. I call Matt. Matt, I wanted to give you a call. First of all, small talk, right? You get the small talk out the way. Hey, listen, Matt, cool, man. I'm glad you're doing good, bro. It's super good to connect with you after a couple of years, man. But listen, the reason why I'm calling you, Matt, is because I just want to let you know I just got started in the solar industry, and I'm super excited about this. As a matter of fact, Matt, this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 15 to 20 years. I'm super committed to this industry. And I'm just letting you know, in case you know of anybody, who maybe they have questions about solar, or if you know of anybody that may be interested in going solar, brother, I'd really appreciate if you'd keep me in mind. Then I do this. If you guys can see me, I'm leaning in. Basically, I want to hear his response and the tone of voice in his response. Because based on that, I'm either going to next him, or I'm going to offer him to become an affiliate, or I'm going to offer him to become a consultant. So what if Matt says to me, really? You know what? I've been seeing solar panels go up. I know there's people making money in that business. You better believe that the lion in me is going to come out and recruit him. Because he gave me something level 10 positive. He gave me something level 10 positive. So I'm going to go out there being the professional that I am, and I'm going to offer him a life-changing opportunity, because that's what I know, not what I believe. That's what I know I have. You've got to believe bigger, faster. Some people are not getting the result that they want, the bills that they want to get, the recruits that they want to get, because they know that your belief isn't there. Oh, how come they know that my belief isn't there? Because you don't connect the trainings. Because you connect the trainings when it's convenient. But I really couldn't make it. Did you watch the recording? No, I didn't. Did you watch Netflix yesterday? Yes, I did. You should have watched the training. You should have kept up with your training instead of keeping up with the Kardashians. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. Hey, listen, we pull no punches at Eagle School. We should call this Millionaire Mentorship Eagle School. Keep up with your training instead of keeping up with the Kardashians, man. Because here's the thing, man. We have a short time in this industry. 10 years. We got 20 years of the solar industry, but the next 10 years is the land of milk and honey. This is the solar gold rush. That's when people were like when people were migrating to California to dig for gold. And you know what we're doing? We're selling the sticks and the shovels. And there's people complaining about the sticks. You mean to tell me I got to buy these sticks and shovels for $1.99 and I got to help you dig? And you're like, bro, are you kidding me? You don't have time. You got let $1.99 get in the way. My point is your conviction there? You gotta get your conviction there. Is this helping anybody get your conviction up? Some of you guys have never been told that. Some of you guys have never been told that you got to have more doggone conviction. You got to stop tippy-toeing around your business. You got to stop tippy-toeing around life just to get to the grave safely. Shoot. I want to take risk. R-I-S-K. R-I-S-K. You take enough R-I-S-K, eventually you'll get R-I-C-H. Risk, rich. Y'all getting what I'm saying? Yes, you got to take a risk. So what's the worst that's going to happen? Somebody's going to say, solar's a scam, JC. Hey, you know what, bro? That's an interesting response, but I appreciate your feedback. No worries, brother. I'm glad that we got to connect. We'll be in touch. But what if he tells me something positive? You know what? Anything positive, now I'm going to go, at the very least, affiliate. We all have 200 people that we know, at least, that we can get in contact with. 99% of us. Minimum, we should go with that script. So here we go. Somebody help me read this script. Who wants to help me with this script? Anybody
Jennifer,
want to
if I
help me?
give you Jennifer, if I give you this short, powerful book about money, will you read it? Let's chat about it after reading it so you can
Oh,
thank me profusely. What a good time to chat tonight. What's a good
right.
time to chat tonight?
This is a book called Making My First 10 Million. One of my mentors from plus 20 plus years wrote this book. You can read it in 10 minutes. It's about a book on how to attract money into your life. It's a generic book, but at the end, he starts talking about how he built it through network marketing and residual income. Doesn't mention any companies, generic. And at the end, he says, contact the person that invited you to read this book. They have a way for you to earn passive and residual income. They can read it in 10 minutes. They can read it while in the restroom and the toilet, man. Hey, Jennifer, if I give you a short, powerful book about money and how to attract more money in your life, would you read it? Yes, great. Okay. Let's chat about it after reading it so you can thank me profusely. What's a good time to chat tonight? And I'll give it to her. I'll drop it off. Co-workers, friends, people at church, whatever. I got these books in my car. I recruited a lot of people with these books for like 5 years. No, for like 7 years probably. Okay. That's a book. You can go to makingmyfirst10million.com and you can buy the books. They're $1 a book if you buy 100 of them. I don't sell them. This is not me promoting something. This is just, that's a website. They're $1 a book if you buy 100 of them. Okay. Here's another script. Jose, I just read this incredible book about money. It's a small book, only 32 pages. The author's worth over $40 million, and it shows you how to attract more money into your life. Anyway, it literally takes 10 to 15 minutes to read. If I give you this book, will you 100% read it, bro? See, I'm doing you a favor. I'm legitimately doing you a favor. This doesn't even sound like I'm prospecting you. My job is to boom, and guess what? I want to schedule an appointment. Let's say I give that book to Chris. Awesome. Here you go, Chris. By the way, Chris, the only thing I ask is that you give me your feedback after you read the books. Does that sound fair enough? Yes. Great. Here you go. By when will you have 100% read it? It takes, again, 10, 15 minutes to read. Shoot, I'll read it by tonight. Sounds good. What time tonight is good? 8 o'clock, 8:30? Call me at 8:30. Perfect. I'll call you there. And I let the book do the peaking of the interest for me. Let's keep going. 3 steps to invite. Show 15 minutes. May or may not be interested. I'm calling my warm market. Hey, listen, Idris. Again, after the small talk, I have something important I need to run by you. It'll take about 15 minutes. And by the way, I don't know if it's going to be for you or not, but I'd love your opinion on it. I can mess it up. Hey, Idris, this may or may not be for you, but I need 15 minutes of your time. I have something important that I need you to give me your opinion on. You guys see how I'm switching the words. I'm not going word for word here. I'm giving you the framework. You put your flavor to it. You put your own sizzle to it. At the end, I said, I have something important that I need your opinion on. Okay? Now, here's the thing. If they're too busy for that, I can send them the 3-minute sizzle video. That 3-minute sizzle video, if nothing else, if this person keeps dodging and dodging and dodging, guess what? I'm going to send them a 3-minute video. Hey, Idris, I know you're super busy. You couldn't get on Tuesday or Thursday. I get it, bro, because I'm that busy as well. I'll tell you what. I know you don't have 30 minutes because you're busy and I respect that. I know you don't have 30 minutes, but give me 3 minutes. I'm going to send you a 3-minute video, Idris. Can I count on you to watch that 3-minute video, bro? He says, yes. Perfect. I'm going to send it to him. Matter of fact, you got 3 minutes right now, Idris? Yes. I know. I'm right there waiting. Shoot, I'm going to call this dude 3. I don't care if he says yes or no, but doggone it, he's going to watch that 3-minute video. I don't care if he gets on and says, not interested. No problem. I got my exposure. See you later. I am relentless because I will find a way to win. I'm a lion. You got to think of yourself as a lion. A lion is not concerned with a couple of no's. A lion knows here's what needs to get done. I'll give you guys a little story. One of my friends, Rick, years ago says he went to like this jungle somewhere. And he says, and I find it very interesting. There's a bunch of brown ants going in this direction and a bunch of green ants going in the opposite direction. and they're going against, around over some big logs and stuff, and they were going up a tree and doing all kinds of stuff, right? And they were in unison. Then I go down and I realize it's not brown ants and green ants. They're all brown, but the green ants had a little piece of leaf. And the brown ants were on the way to get a piece of leaf. He says, one thing I realize about those ants is they don't care what the task is. They don't care what the obstacle is. They have a task and they follow the task to the T. They go, these ones are on the way, all the way, and they go over the logs, up the tree, through that long, he says it was a huge trail. And they go drop off a piece of leaf, then they go back and they go and do it over and over again. That's what a winner does. A winner says, here, it's easy. It's 8 points. We got the 8-point system. You follow the 8-point system daily, consistently. Before you know it, you're what? Before you know, you got 2 people on your team following the 8-point system. Before you know it, you got your own accountability group with 20, 30 people doing the 8-point system. And I guarantee you that when that happens, your income grew. The amount of people doing the 8-point system grows, your income grows. It's funny how that works, but it starts with us, right? So let's keep going. Your job is to expose as many people to the business using proven third-party tools. Oh, it's third-party, man. A third-party tool could be, I schedule an appointment with Idris. Let's say Idris is my upline and he presents for me. That's a third-party tool. Anything other than me. A webinar on Tuesday or Thursday. That is a third-party tool. We all promote, get people there. That's a third-party tool. A pre-recorded presentation, a sizzle call, third-party tool. They saw the video. They're interested. They've got questions. Third-party tool, 3-way call. Oh, you got some questions, Matt. Well, check this out. As you know, I'm still new. Let me see if I could get one of the gentlemen that I work with, and I edify that person. I set up a 3-way call for the expert to meet the prospect. I edify the expert, make the introduction, and I be quiet. And I let the expert do their job to recruit them. Third-party tool. This is for duplication. Okay? Here's an aggressive approach. Somebody read this for me.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Oh.
Go ahead.
You go for it.
John, what are you doing tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock? That's more important than you learning how to make extra $5,000 a month from your home?
Yep. You could replace the blue, you could replace it, right? How to make X amount of dollars from home, how to replace your income from home, how to be financially free. This is warm market. You know, a lot of our warm market, we know what their motivations are, right? I've got a friend who wants to put his kids in a private school. His name's Valentin. I call Valentin. Hey, Valentin, how's it going? Good. Cool, man. Oh, by the way, Valentin's been a part of my business in the past, and he's seen this script before. I still use it on him. Hey, Valentin, let me ask you something, bro. And I'm like smirking as I'm about to say what I'm about to say. What are you doing tomorrow at 5 o'clock that's more important than learning how to send your kids to private school, man? And he starts to laugh because he knows what I'm doing. He says, what do you got, man? I said, I got just the opportunity to send your kids to private school the way that I'm sending mine. You got anything more important scheduled for tomorrow at 5 o'clock? He says, no, I got time. Now, some people will say that's an easy one. Some people will say that's hard because he already knows what the script is. But here's my point. I own it. I own it. It is what it is. He's either going to say yes or he's going to say no. He saw the business. He said he was interested, but he hasn't joined yet. That's okay. He's in my follow-up list. But I got the exposure. That's my job. My job is to get the exposure. Let's keep going. We're going to go a little bit longer. They don't have 30 minutes. Tell you what, John. I know you may not have 30 minutes. Give me 3. I'm going to send you a 3-minute video. I just need you to watch it for 3 minutes. And if you're not interested, no big deal. Does that sound fair enough? I use that a lot. Does that sound fair enough? Yes. And I send them this, solargr.com. Solar Gold Rush is what that stands for. Solargr.com. It just takes them to the sizzle video. That's all it does. It's just a link to the YouTube channel. So I don't have to remember, oh, let me look for the link. I remember solargr.com, and it sends them to the YouTube link for the 3-minute sizzle video. If I prospect somebody, let me text you a link to a video. It's 3 minutes long. Watch it. Trust me, you like it. This is my number. You could call me back. I'm going to text you from that number. And I'll text them that video, right? I'll even ask them again, hey, by when do you think you would have already watched it? By 6 o'clock. Sounds good. I'll text you at 6:04. How's that? Again, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Let's keep going. Okay. If I could, we talked about this. If I could show you how to fill in the blank, would you look at some information? If I could show you how to pay off that debt, you told me you have a lot of credit card debt, bro. You have $20,000 in credit card debt. If I show you how you can pay off that credit card debt in the next 6 to 12 months, would you look at some information for me? Again, none of this is rocket science, man. It's just talking to people, piquing their interest. John, have you ever considered adding solar to your portfolio? Now we're approaching professionals. John, you and I have been friends for a long time. I know you're a real estate agent, very successful. But let me ask you something, bro. Have you ever considered adding solar to your portfolio? A lot of realtors are actually doing that with us, and they're adding an extra $25,000 to $50,000 per year from their existing clientele. How many of you guys know some real estate pros, some CPAs, some loan officers, some roofers, any professional that touches the homeowner? Okay? Fill in the blank. A lot of roofers, a lot of CPAs are adding this to their portfolio and adding an extra $25,000 to $50,000 a year. Some people say they're adding an extra $50,000 to $100,000 a year. But here's the thing about recruiting. Recruiting, ladies and gentlemen, is all about timing. Timing. Today, that realtor may tell you no. A month from now, that same realtor have 4 escrows fall. He might not be saying no anymore. But you're never going to know if you're not out there talking to people and being bold about it. He says, you know what, bro? I never really thought about it. I'm just too busy right now. Not really. Hey, you know what? Idris, not a big deal. If anything ever changes, let me know, bro. I'm in the solar business and we're doing some incredible things. If anything changes, or if you know of anybody that may be interested in doing exactly what I just talked to you about, let me know. Does that sound fair enough? Yes. Guess what? I'm still going to reach out to him. Or let's say I have a conversation. Let's say I see him make a post on Facebook. Congratulations to my new home. My client, I just gave them the keys this weekend to their new home. Guess what? I'm going to inbox them. Hey, Idris, if your homeowners need a solar specialist, let me know, my brother. Cheers. I don't care. I don't care because I am here to do business. I'm always looking to do business. Would you be open to looking at something that can add an extra $50,000 to $100,000 per year from your existing clientele? That's another approach for professionals. Very similar, but it's just another way to approach it. Sarah, this is one of my favorites. Dayan, let me ask you something, bro. If you knew let's say 20 years ago, you knew what you know now about Amazon, and you had the opportunity to have invested or gotten involved, would you have done it? Knowing what you know now?
Of course.
Awesome,
Absolutely.
bro. I've got something bigger than Amazon.
100%.
When do you have, if I send you a video, Dayan, if I send you a video with some information, would you take 15 to 20 minutes to look at it?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. The point is, look, I don't expect you to master all of these. Find some of them that work for you. Okay, it's even to a point where it's too many scripts, but we have all of these scripts in the scripts document. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up here. Okay, by the way, opportunity.solar, that goes to a Encore Solar YouTube video, a 15-minute Encore Solar YouTube video. I created that domain name for Encore Solar specific video for recruiting realtors and solar pros that I want to lead with Encore Solar, right? So opportunity.solar leads to a video on YouTube for Encore Solar 15 minutes. Okay, so opportunity.solar. Okay. Now, here's another one. I'm not going to read all of these, guys. You can take a screenshot of it, right? Because we want to wrap up. And there's one more thing that I want to show you. But there's a lot of, again, all of these scripts are already in the scripts sheet. Not going to read all the scripts that you could go ahead and read for yourself. Okay. Go market. This is, let's see here. This is actually the one that I used with Dayan earlier. Okay. We used this one with Dayan earlier. So let's keep it moving. Again, these are the opportunity videos that I use. The Solar GR is a 3-minute sizzle video. Opportunity.solar is an encore solar video. Okay. And then the last thing is the PS3. Peak interest, show the plan, 3-way call. You pique their interest, you show them the plan with one of the videos or a live presentation, whatever the case is, and do a 3-way call if needed with an expert. Okay. So I'm going to share one last thing with you guys, and we're going to wrap this up. 1 second. This is called the Recruiter's Creed. Let's see here. Let me pull this up. Somebody unmute yourself, and I want somebody to help me read this, please.
Yo,
Who is that?
this is David.
David. Awesome.
Yes,
Let me share
sir.
the screen. And I want you to, we're talking about recruiting here.
All right.
This is kind of like old English, so hopefully it's not. Let me see if the other one
Oh,
is.
man.
No, they're both the same.
What Art
You
Town
good here?
Solar Company? What are what?
All right, go ahead and read that.
Okay, hold on.
The Recruiter's Creed.
Okay. So I know that I gain the freedom I truly deserve or desire. I must recruit daily. Freedom will never come from my labors alone. I agree that I must attract and build a team of like-minded, ambitious go-getters who also want leveraged income to create freedom for their families. I recognize that in order to attract other people to my business, I must become more attractive. Every day, I need to put my best self forward and constantly improve. I need to be absorbing good books and
Books.
audios every day. Sorry, it's the cursive that's kind of throwing me off. It's a
Yeah, it's okay.
just the style. Sorry, because that which I feed my brain will come across in my conversations. I promise to read or listen to personal development at least 10 minutes every day. I demand of myself a focus of being a better listener and talking less. I know that I need to stop convincing and start solving.
Solving.
Recruiting, okay, solving.
Sorry.
Recruiting is all about them, not me. I am genuinely interested in leaving or learning about people's lives and helping them to see a solution to make their lives better. I have a precise plan, a proven system, and that I commit to following. I will not look for new ideas, but instead I will remain 100% coachable and do what my mentors have taught. I know that because the system has already worked for many, it will absolutely work for me too. I will also lead by example. I cannot expect others to do what I am not doing myself. I will prospect at least 2 new people every day. I will not go to sleep without having done so. I know this is not a trivial commitment, but rather a requirement for success. I will do my 2 a day, and therefore I will create an army of others doing the same. THJS. Sorry. This will create momentum in my business. I live by a code whereby I always tell the truth. I do not need to tell false stories because the truth about my opportunities is good enough. Time will always promote or expose everyone. So I always look forward to being promoted for all of the good that I represent. I will sign my name to this formula and I will read it aloud every day. I believe in my heart that the daily repetition of this creed will cause its truths to grow roots in my soul and shine into the world constantly through my daily words and actions. I am 100% confident that I am building my empire through this formula. Baruch Hashem, the help of God.
Woo! Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Thank you for that.
Yes,
Ladies
sir.
and gentlemen, I hope you guys got some value from today. How many of you guys want to get a copy of that? It's, by the way, in black and white, different colors, so you could choose to print whichever one you want. Is this one or, see here, that one, right? And you print your name in the bottom. This is called the Recruiter's Creed. This is for those that are committed to building a team, that are committed to recruiting committed to being consistent. And what you need to follow is the 8-point system. That's the ongoing system, right? We didn't get into that much, because we just went way over time, which is fine, right? So if you guys want that, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and I want to see you guys print it out. Find a printer tomorrow at home, or if you got to go somewhere, print it out, and I want you to sign it that you are committed to being a recruiter, right? So if you guys got some value from that, go ahead and unmute yourself. I appreciate you guys, and let's
Thank
go
you,
and crush it.
Fire.
Woo!
Thank you,
JC.
That was fire.
Amazing.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Recording
Awesome.
stopped.
Excellent training. Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
Always.
Thank you.
Yes, it was. And get my
Thank
folks
you
on
all.
this training.
Hey, it's recorded. It
Thanks.
will be in the back office by tomorrow.
Appreciate the webinar.
I also recommend that you guys watch it more than one time. I'm gonna right now, in the next minute, I'm gonna put that Recruiters Creed in the proposals group. Make sure that your team is on the proposals group. Make sure, here's the thing. Make sure that you guys are exit. Okay, good. Let's make sure that we're doing this.
Let me see that other color, please.
Give me, what was that?
Let me see that other color because I'm trying to screenshot it.
Okay, hold on one second.
Yeah, if you could full screen that other color, that was great. It looked a little easier to read.
I
Yeah,
thought the black one would be easier to read, but
it's that cursive. I guess
It's the
the same. I thought it was a
cursive.
different
the
writing.
cursive, it's a cursive, but it looks cooler cursive, though,
Onboarding on
right?
Thursday for Washington State, JC.
Yep. All
They
right,
don't even
guys.
teach that
I,
school
I
now.
appreciate everybody. We had a great call today. Let's keep building. The launch event is upon us. Make sure you guys get your tickets. Here's the thing: the tickets are going to go up to $149 any day. So make sure that you guys get your tickets for that. Get your tickets for your team. And with that being said, have a good night, everybody.
All right.
I'm gonna put this link in the chat in less than 1 minute. Thank you.
All right.